Title: The Forgotten Note. In the dimly lit room of an old, abandoned house, Sarah sat huddled in a corner, clutching a crumpled piece of paper. The silence was thick, broken only by the sound of her shallow breaths and the occasional creak of the floorboards beneath her. She had stumbled upon this forsaken place while seeking shelter from the storm outside. Little did she know, she wasn't alone. Suddenly, a faint whisper echoed through the darkness, sending shivers down Sarah's spine.
"Who's there?"
She called out, her voice trembling with fear. There was no response, just the eerie silence that seemed to swallow her words whole. With trembling hands, Sarah unfolded the paper she had found. It was a note, written in a hurried scrawl.
"Help me. They're coming for me. I can't escape. Please, if you find this, run."
Her heart raced as she tried to make sense of the cryptic message. Who had written it? And who were they running from? Questions swirled in her mind, each one more terrifying than the last. As if in response to her thoughts, the sound of footsteps echoed through the empty house. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she pressed herself further into the shadows. She dared not move, dared not make a sound, lest whoever or whatever was out there find her. She was trapped, a helpless prey in a deadly game she didn't understand. Minutes stretched into hours as Sarah waited in the darkness, her pulse pounding in her ears. Just when she thought she couldn't bear it any longer, a soft voice broke the silence.
"Sarah."
It called, filled with desperation and longing. It was then that Sarah realized the truth. The note, the whispers, the footsteps, they were all a part of a cruel illusion, a twisted game designed to torment her. But who would do such a thing? And why? With a sinking feeling in her chest, Sarah realized the answer. She had been lured here, manipulated by someone she once trusted. And now she was at their mercy, trapped in a nightmare of their making. Tears welled up in her eyes as she clutched the note to her chest, a silent prayer for salvation. But deep down, she knew that no one was coming to save her. She was alone, lost in a darkness from which there was no escape. And as the shadows closed in around her, Sarah whispered a single word, a word filled with regret and sorrow. For in the end, it wasn't the monsters lurking in the shadows that she feared the most. It was the darkness within herself, the darkness that had blinded her to the truth until it was too late. And as the last vestiges of hope slipped away, Sarah closed her eyes, surrendering to the darkness that had become her only companion.